have it all. I can have it all.
Hello everybody, it's Christy Whitman with the Quantum Success Show, where you can get your information and inspiration to create your desires. And as you can see, I have a beautiful friend next to me. Her name is Shanda Sumpter, and she is actually the founder and queen visionary of Heartcore Business. She's a business coach who has created an online marketing course specifically for her own clients, the #1 resource to do what you love, make more money, and live the life that you want. So Shanda and I definitely are in agreement that you can have it all. She is actually doing a summit right now for moms making millions, which is amazing because it's totally to that conversation about women can have their cake and actually eat it too. They can have the business and have their businesses thrive and also be a mom and a wife and all that kind of good stuff, if that's what your definition of having it all is. So Shanda, so excited that you're here.
Hi, good to be here.
Well, it's always so awesome to meet another, I know we've met before, but to always connect and meet other women that are moms, that are, running multi-million-dollar businesses, that have a successful relationship, that have health in their body, that, feel good about their lives, that can actually take time away from their business. Because you and I are very similar in the way we have created our businesses and the way that we approach life and all the different aspects of it. So I'm really appreciating having you here and having this conversation.
I'm excited to be here. So where do you want to start?
Let's start with business coach because, I'm a master certified law of attraction coach. I certify law of attraction coaches. And, I'd love to talk to you about what exactly is a business coach? Like, what's the focus of a business coach?
Well, I think different business coaches have different focuses, but for me, it's around just this calling to really help people become financially free and also time free. So I created something called the Freedom Model, and it's basically a 2 to 5 year model because some people can go through it much quicker. It's kind of like, I'm sure you've met that. I have a friend right now that is building, I think they're doing 18 million inside of like 13 months. Like there's people who have education that could go that fast, that big. And then there's other people who, to make, 50,000 might take them 2 years. Right. So I have a freedom model that goes is a 5-year plan that is about replacing yourself in your business so that you can have the type of freedom we have. And I want to make sure that I make this distinction. It's not about building a business that you step out of because you don't want to work anymore. It's about giving yourself the freedom so that if, mom gets sick, you can be there. If you need some more sexy time with your guy, you can take some time off. Or like for myself last year, I took off 110 days, and I'm proud of that. Because it was more days off than I did the year before, and I took it off because I had a baby.
Congratulations!
Right? So that's really cool. So for me, business coaching in our company in Heartcore Business is all about how do we put a model under you? How do we put marketing in the right order? Because I think a lot of people put marketing in the wrong order. I was telling you before we jumped on here that I think my company, I'm very open and honest about income. My company was at $700,000 or $800,000, and I was still operating with a banner that I got off Fiverr for $5, right? Like, so it's like, what order do you put your marketing in so it gives you the best bang for your buck, the best time freedom, and the best growth trajectory so that you can live the life that you want along with growing the business. Does that make sense?
Totally. Absolutely. So let me ask you this. You're really passionate. You're doing a whole summit, which everybody's invited to attend. So you can go into the video and there's a link and you can actually, including myself, but there's a top women that are both moms and are making millions in their business. And they're going to teach you some of the greatest strategies and tips that they have to be able to have that. I don't like the word balance, but be able to maximize success and really enjoy your life as a mom, in your relationships, in all aspects of your life, and then also grow your business. So that link is under the video. But tell me why you're so passionate about moms making millions.
Well, I love moms and I love dads and I love people that don't have kids too, right? So I serve all those type of people. However, I decided that well, let me back up. When I wanted to meet Ash, my fiance,
Congratulations.
when I wanted to meet Ash, I did a summit, and I do my summits like research projects. And I did a summit all around, like, it was called the Love Trap Live, How Successful Women Struggle to Find the Right Man. And I did that so that I could have a reason to talk to all of these relationship people, because I didn't really have anything to give them. I'm a business coach, right? So they're in a totally different field and they don't know who I am. However, it was really cool to like get some of the top relationship people and learn about what does it take to meet a great guy, right? So this project is, I'm a new mom. I'm just over a year with my baby. And, you know, it's funny, when I gave birth, I literally was like, okay, I'll have a nanny from 10 to 2, and I'll work from this time to this time. And, like, I had all this stuff structured, and none of that worked. Like, I just was thinking I was a superwoman, and I had no idea that everything's on their calendar, right? And so I had to figure out, and I have to continue to figure out, what are some of the powerful women out there making millions, right? Or have desires to make millions. And, you know, like, who are these women? Because that's who I am. And how are they dealing with their drive and their responsibility as business owners? And then how are they keeping their relationships juicy, right? Like, I was asking you, like, how do you guys do it, right? How do you stay present with your kids? Because I want to be present with my child. And there's all this real stuff going on. You know, like, I don't want to work till 11 or 12 o'clock at night. That's not okay with me.
Right.
I don't want to stop working for, 2 hours and be with my son and then go back to work and not, go to bed and not kiss Ash goodnight. And so I was finding that there were some patterns starting in my relationship and in my life that weren't okay with me. And I needed to get some insight on, how people are doing it better than me. Does that make sense?
Totally. I love it. It's like that desire to learn more. And that's what I love about teachers is that, and coaches too, is that we always have a desire to learn more. What is the growth edge for us? And that, we can then gain some insight from people that are already doing it and succeeding at it. So I love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I really want to make sure that moms don't put their careers on hold. Like, it makes me sick when I hear a woman, unless you want to stay home.
Right.
Right? If you want to stay home, great. But, like, it makes me sick when I see a powerhouse woman. I have a friend of mine right now, powerhouse woman, and she's gone off and had children. She gave up her career. And when I talk to her, she's like, I just miss that side of me. And, her relationship with her husband is more estranged now. And the woman he met, that sexy powerhouse chick, is not there anymore. It's
right.
like
they lose themselves. Yeah.
Puke hanging out of her hair. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm not saying it's that bad, but it's all about the kids, and I get there's a season with that. But, it doesn't have to look like that. And if you shut down that side of you, then I think it has a ripple effect that isn't really what most people are predicting is going to happen. And so I want to give that resource to women as well.
Well, I think that's the most important point, and this is for men and women, no matter if you're a mom and you want to start your own business or whatever, is that self-care and being true to who you are is that if you have that voice, it's like, yes, I need to have that sense of career expression in my life. I need to have that creativity, that in order, it's like a creative outlet. If that is so important in you, it's important to listen. Or if it's, I don't want to work anymore, I just want to raise my kids. I mean, it's important to listen to ourselves, and we listen to ourselves from our feelings, from our thoughts, and checking in with ourselves. Like, what do I want? Like, what gets me excited? What at this stage of my life? Because I wrote about in The Art of Having It All, that having it all is different from decade to decade. It's different from year to year. I mean, having it all for you now having a baby probably is very different than it was 3 years ago before you had your baby.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No,
it's
absolutely.
a very different conversation.
It's neat, too, talking to these different moms. I was telling you this, too. There's one mom who has a 4 and 6-year-old, or was 4 and 6, or 13 and 14. Her 4 and 6-year-old, from watching mom, right? So let me give you a context of this. I don't think our parents raised us to really dream big told us we could do anything we wanted, so that when we got married, we weren't supposed to give it all up.
Right.
Right? Like,
Right.
so if you got that coaching as a, unless what you want is, again, like, I'm not making staying home wrong.
No.
It's not. It just wasn't my choice, right? Sure. And so, however, anyway, long story short, so her kids, you know, I think secretly as an entrepreneur, you hope your kids will be entrepreneurs. Like, you want them to be anything they want to be, but it's like the freedom when you do it right is just off the charts, right? When you do it right. And so her kids are 13 and 14 now, and they travel around the world together. And at 4 and 6, they asked Mommy what they wanted, what she wanted for her birthday. And she said, I got it all, you guys. I got you. I got a great life. I got it all. And they said, we know you want an RV, Mommy. And so they went and did a fire sale, outsourced it, got the copy written, everything, had 100 affiliates, you know. And I think to myself, like, some of my clients, like, 100 affiliates. Some people are complaining about talking to 20 people on the phone, you know, and getting one client. It's like these kids went and got 100 affiliates. Like, that is amazing.
It's crazy.
Right? And got the copy written page up, and they made $7,000 in a week. I mean, these are the type of stories that influence you, and from Moms Making Millions. But what I took from it, Christy, was, wow, my little guy's watching me.
Always.
And he's so much more capable than I think he is, even at 1, because if her kids can do it at 4 or 6, it's like an athlete breaking a running goal, or, you know what I mean? Like
a record.
Breaking a record.
Yeah.
And then everybody breaks it. It like broke a record in my head.
Yes.
Of what they're capable of. You know?
We think we're guiding our children, but our children are guiding us.
Yeah, if we thought we're like them, we'd even make even more money. We'd even do cooler things in this world because we'd be playing.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my son Alex told me a couple weeks ago, he goes, he didn't say it in the most eloquent way, but he's like, when you die, I'm taking over the QSCA. And I'm like, oh my God, when I die. Well, you can take it over before I die.
But that's cute, right? Like,
right?
That's cute and that's cool. Like, you know, that stuff is neat stuff. And that's what's kind of neat about being in this conversation. I want to do mum. I want to do mum. I'm Canadian, so it sounds weird, I know. But I want to do mum the best way I can do mum. And the best way I can think of it is to connect with women like you and connect with other amazing women that are on Moms Making Millions and find out, how are you doing it? Yeah, I like that. No, that's not for me. Oh, I like that. No, wow, that's amazing. You know, like, and it just helps me have a new awareness of what's even possible.
Absolutely. Shanda, you're awesome. I am so happy that there are more women like us that are, you know, really making deep, deep changes on the planet, having fun, making millions, you know, being a mom, being able to truly be an example of having it all. And I appreciate that you brought a lot of them together for this summit, which I'm a part of, and I appreciate the invitation to be part of it. So please go underneath the video, click on it. It's free. You get to get some really great information from some of the top women experts in the industry who are really balancing it all. I hate that word, but it's like, you know, doing it well where they have it all and are truly thriving. And vulnerability too, what they don't do right and what they do right, and all that.
One little thing that I think is for you to hear as well. There is another mom, Mary Ellen Tribby, and I was watching her, I was interviewing her and obviously watching her as well, but she's got 3 kids, and she's got all these different businesses, and she's driving her kids to their games, like so whatever having it all looks like for you, right? So for her, it was like being with her kids and driving them to games. Another girlfriend of mine who owns a PR company, it's driving her kid to school every day. For me, I don't have a connection of having to drive my child to school every day. But we have different things, right? So, but when I was interviewing her, she was like, I have the same hours in a day that you do with one child, right? Or, you know, whatever. And the way you script your life and the way that you script your schedule and the way that you script your priorities could really allow you to make multiple millions and still go to your tennis game like she does. Still, they have date night every single week, you know, and still be there for her 3 kids and drive them to their games. And I just think that stuff is awesome.
Massage day.
And massage. Christy and I know if we lived in the same city, we would be massaging a lot.
Having lunch, shopping, and massage. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So I share that because it's like, let's not forget that we all do have 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
And that whatever like fuels you up personally is accessible once you have the new awareness on how to run that schedule and prioritize and some of the things that some other moms are doing.
Beautiful. Thank you, Shanda. I really appreciate you being on the show. And for everybody else, please let us know what you're taking away. How has this information and this interaction between Shanda and myself helped kind of pop your awareness and maybe popped your conscious of what's possible for you? So let us know what you're taking away, and I hope that you have a really wonderful week. Thanks so much, everybody. So as always, the best discussions happen after the episode at ChristyWhitman.com, where you can join my community, which I call my family. You'll receive free teleseminars, webinars, ebooks, videos, and much more just by being part of the community. Did you like this video? Then subscribe and share it with everybody you know. Check out these other related videos to help you get inspired and informed.